Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Patience is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learned in school. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. If A is success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. I believe in one thing, that only a life lived for others is a life worth living. Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. It occurred to me by intuition, and music was the driving force behind that intuition. My discovery was the result of musical perception. I would teach peace rather than war. I would inculcate love rather than hate. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. One thing I have learned in a long life, that all our science, measured against reality, is primitive and childlike, and yet it is the most precious thing we have. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Never memorize something that you can look up. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Everything must be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious. Love is a better master than duty. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Once you can accept the universe as matter expanding into nothing that is something, wearing stripes with plaid comes easy. Never fail until you stop trying. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. It is in fact nothing short of a miracle that the modern methods of instruction have not yet entirely strangled the holy curiosity of inquiry. Let us not forget that human knowledge and skills alone cannot lead humanity to a happy and dignified life. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Thinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. The great moral teachers of humanity were, in a way, artistic geniuses in the art of living. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. I believe in standardizing automobiles. I do not believe in standardizing human beings. I love to travel, but I hate to arrive. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. Happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Invention is not the product of logical thought, even though the final product is tied to a logical structure. The true of a theory can never be proven, for one never knows if future experience will contradict its conclusions. All of science is nothing more than the refinement of everyday thinking. The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. I am not only a pacifist, but a militant pacifist. I am willing to fight for peace. Nothing will end war unless the people themselves refuse to go to war. He who cherishes the value of cultures cannot fail to be a pacifist. I do not know with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Black holes are where God divided by zero. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity.